Send him home, lighter. Apilani.
It's just starting, yeah? Let me ask.
Dear viewers, the South African A team, call it South Africa 1, are leading by 8 frames to 7 against the team from Tanzania, but having representation from Zambia as well as Malawi, racing to 13 for the victory, in which is the last match of the evening, maybe the last match amongst the session of the evening at the ongoing team event here at the African Ultimate Pool Championships in Mbombela. This ongoing frame is between CUEMASTERS champion Royd Kabwe taking on Tammy Jabav. Perhaps the discussion between the two is whether or not Royd is knockered entirely. Maybe there is agreement. He may want to find, maybe the discussion is that there was a touching ball when the table is open. The incoming player can always play away. Tammy having the Reds, one tricky red ball in the table, the one frozen near the cushion, just around the center pocket on the right. Will be the trickiest of all of them 5 that he's having on the table now. Another match is just about to start between the Michana Knights, who are about to take on Uganda's A team. After the end of this match, I will simply be flipping the camera such that you can get to enjoy that one as well. We shall be watching on as many tables as possible. For the case of this ongoing match, remember, it is 8 frames to 7. South Africa A are leading against the Tanzanian CUEMASTERS. But Royd is Zambian, representing a team from Tanzania. Same applies to Moses Mofia. The team also boasts the service of Stanford Given Ginte. 3 countries in 1. Tammy seems to be out of sorts here. It is very certain, perhaps, that he could have used more seconds than the allocated 40, as long as Royd can complain. There's not just evidence, video evidence of that. Another frame is happening between Leroy and Moses Mofia. Kelvin is just about to take a game perhaps against Herbert. Then you are watching Tammy versus Royd. Pilani Mazambani is going to be taking on Kelvin. We shall watch some of that match. And maybe some of Mofia versus Leroy. And of course, after those 3 players, it will be Aiden Joseph up next. Perhaps next on this very table. Here is Royd Kabwe, and the frame that is taking way more time. I believe that is the sign of how hungry the players are for the victory. Of course, Royd, the highly fancied player of the 2, most especially because of his exploits, winning the CUEMASTERS International Carnival. He also performed relatively well at the Grand Michana Africa Super 16-man comp. He has also been one of the better players, not just in Zambia, but also on the entire African continent for the last 2 years. Perhaps best 5, best 6, best 7 players, reaching prize brackets at Billiards Cafe in 2024. Reaching the prize bracket at Queens 2023. He looks now on the verge of winning the ongoing frame against South Africa's Tammy here at Ebundu Lounge in 2025. Representing CUEMASTERS, the business side, maybe his heart is with Zambia, who are not yet being represented as a team, but yes, they have their individuals representing. Now here is one of them. There he is. There he misses. Tammy can mean to cue well. He does take all that time. He most of the times ensures that time really does pay off, and that shot has been testament of exactly that. Another big shot loading, this time with backspin. Cue ball naturally is played towards the top end of the table, but with little power, too much precision he needs. Also must first be on target. Shot on target, quite even better. Tammy Jabavu on the verge of extending the lead of the team that is South Africa A. Having now to play top spin, cue ball. Maybe he may play backspin because cue ball is played rightwards off the right cushion and back into space for him to put black to the corner pocket bottom. Backspin, rightward movement of the white and back in space. Given his knowledge of the game, also knowledge of the tables, the fact that he's the home player playing in his home country, he has the comfort. Also besides his very good quality of being highly likely, that is too much concentration. You can't see him miss with that range and that kind of concentration. Cue ball having straight line between itself and the chin. That was too much focus. Tammy wins and the lead of South Africa A grows even bigger. It's now Mafia versus Aiden. Moses Mafia for CUEMASTERS. Pulls one back. Aiden congratulates him. We are now going to be watching Kelvin versus Mazambani. CUEMASTERS have won 3 frames on 3 tables. They now lead by 10 frames to 9. For the lack of space, we are going to be watching the frame instead between the Ghost Rider, who is Saif Hamad. First time that I'm streaming a frame involving him in the competition, by the way, not so common that. And is going to be taking on Leroy. Come on, Pilani boy. Someone is asking where Ginte is. He's on table, taking on Herbert. Come on up, man. Come on up. The frame between Peter Mazambani and Kelvin has been won by Mazambani. Therefore, it is now 10 frames apiece. That is Peter coming back in celebration.
Let me show you what we do to the costume in South Africa. Take it to costume. My very boys. We take it to costume. We take it to breakfast time. We take it to the Come on.
10-10, ladies and gentlemen. Tina Mazambani is now taking on Royd Kabwe. There is another frame happening between Sanford Given Ginte and Herbert. For now, you are watching Saif Hamad against my Salafi Sophie for watching, asking about the scoreboard. The venue for some of the streaming areas wouldn't be big enough to favor the presence of a scoreboard while not affecting the players on the table. Correction, it is Tammy Jabavu for South Africa versus the Ghost Rider Saif Hamad, not Leroy, as I earlier communicated. Still 10 frames apiece. Each of these teams will be needing to win perhaps 3 out of the next 5, including these 3. The frame that you're watching, there's another between Royd and Pilani, and another between Herbert and Ginte.
Malumba, I need to play a game today.
Kapila!
Big boy. Managing director. Man, I wasn't able I don't know where he is.
Come on, Pilani! Come on, Pilani boy! We needed one like this.
Four people, 4 small groups. Someone else.
Yes, come on, boy! Up, Pilani! Come on, Pilani! Waiting. I wait. Come on now, please. Come on now. Come on, Pila. Let's show Pila. Come on, man. Let's show Pila. I needed one more. Come on. Let's show.
Still 10-10, dear viewers. Saif Hamad attempting to take down Tammy Jabavu to grab the lead for his team CUEMASTERS. If I'm not mistaken, she'll be the only Tanzanian now on the team. And he's the only Tanzanian just about to pot black. That has been a mighty shot, most especially under pressure. Another frame is seemingly just about to be won by perhaps Ginte against Herbert. It is now 11 frames to 10. The CUEMASTERS are in the lead. And this is Ginte, as though he's contemplating combination shot or something. Goes for the bank, wants to put black off yellow. He has missed and perhaps he is losing the frame. should be an equalizer. This one should be 12-12. Should be 11-11. The last two frames could probably be deciding. That is the support from the South Africans. Herbert versus the black. Of course, this one, even Francis Kokenoma reports, it is now 11 frames apiece. We are going to be watching the frame perhaps between Aiden and Kelvin. It looks like a deciding frame. From this camera angle, after space has been freed by the clearance of one of these tables, you can watch in the background the two deciding frames. One between Moses Mofia, who is taking on Leroy, and the second between Kelvin and Aiden. I want to beg your pardon, it is 12 frames to 11. South Africa are on 12. The CUEMASTERS from Tanzania are on 11. For the CUEMASTERs, the only choice is to win both of the frames. For the South Africans, they need to win one. You'll fancy them highly, maybe highly, because one of them is Aiden. He normally does so well in these deciders. Kelvin has just risen his hand in apology. Maybe he has not gotten exactly what he intended. He wanted to play yellow off black, to put that yellow to the corner pocket bottom left, but also use that symbol to free up the black and the second yellow behind the same black, and perhaps go for the frame with way bigger ease. The two shooters do have their issues between themselves, of course. They had a money match at CUEMASTERS Pool Arena 7 weeks ago in Tanzania, in Dar es Salaam. The match racing to 18 for 4,000 US dollars was won by Aiden. Kelvin has the work of the yellow that is right behind the black, around the area at the bottom left corner. You can also keep your eye on the frame in the background. It is the two CUEMASTERS players, both Zambians, having Zambian blood, but representing a team from Tanzania this time around. They both have to win. They have done it before, most especially while representing Eagles in Zambia, also representing the Chipolopolo, who are the Zambia national pool team. Cue ball into the yellow. That is perfection. He needs two, if not one more big shot, even from where Aiden is standing. He has had a clap for that shot. Yes, Kelvin has played it big. You are watching two of the best players today on the African continent in black ball now competing in international 8-ball rules. There goes the shot, played off yellow, and its movement is intercepted. The South Africans are now chanting Aiden's name. They know it that most of the time when the frames go to this level, he normally doesn't come short. He does love his team. They are named in terms of nickname after his own nickname. They call themselves the Ghost Nation. They came second in the CUEMASTERS International Carnival team events to the Ugandan team Roxbury. They want to come one better this time. They have not been playing as good as their best can be, because if they don't lose one of these ongoing frames, then it will be the third match in the competition that they will be losing. In the meantime, please be reminded, this match is in the preliminary stages. Both of these teams will most likely make it to the quarterfinals, but it is always important to be at least among the first 1, 2, 3, 4 teams, such that you don't face any of the top 4 teams in the quarterfinals. It will be number 1 versus 7, 2 versus 6, 3 versus 5. Number 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, and 4 versus 5. So you want to top the table to take on the 8th place team in the quarterfinals. It could even be a ladies team. Aiden for once plays defense. He very seldom does that. It represents how much he's interested in the frame. He's also having a second eye on the frame in the background, where his friend Leroy is taking on Moses Mafia. Big shot by Kelvin. Big shot not played big enough. He leaves a well split Reds frame and leaves a very good opportunity, most especially for Aiden, to take the frame down and win the match once and for all for his team that are the Ghost Nation. They are already chanting one more because they know that the guy that normally provides one more frame is the guy that is queuing. You are watching Aiden's finishing touch again on the same day, the second time out of 3 matches. He's winning the last frame, and yet that last frame is supposed to be the winning frame of the match. Here he is. Has gotten to think about playing the cue ball into another red. Could start with either of the 3. He normally is very good at the pattern. He normally is very good at recovering once he finds himself in some kind of tough situations. He goes for red to the center pocket at the top. Cue ball will be natural for the red, which is right behind the black, just like that. And then now having to play red, perhaps with backspin, if not off the cushion, he will want to put red to the center pocket for him to win the frame, because the pot of the black will be a formality. Off the cushion and now in perfect space. He may have to use very little power or big power, bounce the cue ball off the left cushion and move it rightwards, avoiding any contact with the black, just like that. The Ghost takes down yet another team, this time round in CUEMASTERS. What a match, what a decider, what a competition. The match and the frame has been won by Aiden and his team that are the Ghost Nation. We shall, however, be watching the last frame between Moses Mafia and Leroy. It will be played to completion only as a formality. And Pina Mazambani is shouting around the place that this is only just a consolation for you guys. Yet it can only be a consolation because the match has been won by the Ghost Nation. I want to believe that you have enjoyed the 360-degree coverage of this match, not focusing on one table out of the 3, but moving the camera to different tables just to ensure that you guys get to watch as many frames as possible in the match, but also get a chance to watch at least all of the players for at least one time in the match. Now this one is one of them, Moses Mafia, perfecting what Pila is calling a consolation, and it will be a very good consolation if he wins, but it may not be a consolation just now that he's snookered. Has no sight of either of the reds. We'll want to find one of them off the cushion on the right, moving the cue ball to the extreme left end of the table. Yes, he'll be finding the red, but will he pot? No, he won't.
Give them no consolation. Come on, right. Give them no consolation.
The South African team, Ghost Nation, for those that are just joining the stream, has already won the match by 13 frames to 11. The finishing of this frame is only to finish the match after all. There is also still stuff to compete for. in terms of players' individual statistics. Leroy raises his hand in disbelief. He knew every time the white ball was moving that he was going to get himself snookered. He still has sight of one of the reds. Whether or not he can see it enough to put it to the corner pocket bottom right is something different altogether. He goes for the corner pocket. He was seeing all of it, and he should be finishing the frame now. Here he is. And I know that once he wins the frame, celebrations will once again be led by Phila Mazambani. He will now be putting yellow to the bottom center pocket and then black to the corner pocket top right for him to win the frame and extend the lead, or perhaps the final score for his team, the Ghost Nation. That is the black, that is Leroy, that is the aim, that is the aim, that is the shot, and that is the pot. Final score is 14 frames to 11.
Guys, we give them hope, we take it away. South Africa, singa mazambane, amazambane aziphendula, amachips ayasifraya. Istove siku level 6. Shamazambane bafowethu. This is South Africa. Welcome Tanzania. Welcome Uganda. Welcome Kenya. Welcome guys. This is South Africa. Welcome Namibia. We are here to deny you all. Oh yeah. And sorry. And another thing, South Africa is qualified to the World Cup, guys. So South Africa is South Africa, guys. You cannot do anything. Even if you take the 3 points, even if you take the 3 goals, South Africa is Mzansi for sure.